Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mode. Arsenal are top of the league. Easy, light work for Arsenal. Chelsea, 3-point lane, as usual. Who am I to actually suspect Chelsea against Spurs? Was absolutely should have been an 8-0 win for Chelsea, to be honest with you. Should have been 7, 8, 6, something like this. Caicedo, what a monstrous performance by Moises Caicedo today. What a monstrous performance by Declan Rice today for Arsenal. And Liverpool, Mohamed Salah responds to everyone with a brilliant performance. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister, absolutely brilliant today. Liverpool are back on track. 1 win, of course, after 5 losses or 4 losses in the 5 losses actually in the Premier League.
4 in the Premier League.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only lost 4. Okay.
He's trying so hard to think of something just to crash on the He's just whoa. Okay, we get it. We were shit.
No, you were good today. You were good today. Arne Slot went back to his senses and played a compact midfield, and he actually dropped Wirtz, he's the only player that dropped a stinker after coming on for like 10 minutes.
Come on, man. We were asking him to play as a striker, bro. As a striker, bro. This is, bro, what we do.
It was shit. But guys, hit the like button, people, if you're here. 500 people in the house, and we're just starting the show. All the guys' channels, of course. Gunnar Souls doesn't have a channel, but you'll find him on Igal, Football Terrace here on Osam. The Ram Stand, of course. And of course, Joey's channel, of course, in the description. You do live shows, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Live shows. Fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hit the like button, people. Well, I want to start right away, okay? I want to start with the Declan Rice Caicedo right away. Like, forget about the games, forget everything. I know we'll get to the Liverpool. We'll get Liverpool. Rice Caicedo. Because Hussam, MHF, he's like, Rice Caicedo, choose one right away. He's like, choose one. I'm going to ask Ram this. Rice Caicedo, Ram, choose one.
Gravenberg.
No, seriously, choose one.
Stop bringing bombs to the conversation. Talk properly, man.
Respect. My
respect.
so-called bum was young player of the season last season in a title-winning team. Respect.
Guys, one name in the chat, Rice or Caicedo.
Right away. Mo, it's hard. It's actually really hard. It's like you choose it between two supermodels, man. Like, it's hard. It's very, very hard. Both of them have their strengths. I think both of them have their specific weaknesses. Very similar kind of players. Flip a coin, man. Flip a coin. I can't.
Both of them are actually not the same player at all.
Similar. So if I was gonna have a player who plays in my football team, the roles that I would ask them to do, where I can see the very, very best of both of them, would be very similar. That's what I mean. I think obviously both of them in different teams, they do different workloads, but Rice can do something more that Caicedo can't do, and that's vice versa. They both it cancels each other out, man. And honestly,
you have to pick one to join the Liverpool team. Who are you picking?
I don't know. Seriously,
they did pick one. Remember that they did pick one,
but they didn't have Rice.
They did pick one. No.
But
they did pick one.
Joey,
they did.
Jurgen Klopp loved.
No.
He loved Declan Rice.
Now,
Jurgen
loved
money up for man.
Joey, put all the money up for man and tell me now. Oh,
no, Joey. I know Jurgen loved Declan Rice.
You can't tell me now that you didn't want him.
Nah, Jurgen.
No.
I'm not saying Jurgen didn't want. I'm not saying Jurgen didn't want Caicedo. I'm saying Jurgen wanted both of them.
I'm not talking about how to make it.
He wanted both of them. I think Jurgen loved Rice. Jurgen loved Caicedo. That's how good these players are. If you're that good a player, you attract the best managers to play for you. So fuck it, Declan Rice. I'd say. I think just for me as a lone six, I think he could do a little more.
What?
Yes.
What?
A little more.
What? As a lone six, Declan Rice is better as a lone six than Moises Caicedo? You mad?
The man has spoken. The man has.
Oh my word!
I'm not mad.
It's okay. I'm not taking.
Mo. I know you have a hard on for Caicedo, yeah, but that don't.
It's not, bro. It's not actually not even a question. Rice is nowhere near the level of Caicedo.
No, we're not doing this now. We're not doing
as a lone.
No way.
Why are they not playing him at lone six then?
Because we've got Zubimendi in it, who's better than both.
And we have Romeo Lavia and Enzo Fernandez.
Lavia doesn't see pace. Lavia doesn't see pace. That's the thing.
You think Zubimendi as a six is better than Moises Caicedo?
Again, it's different because let's not do this.
Now we're doing crazy talk.
Mo, let's not do this.
It's not crazy talk.
That's why I don't have this conversation.
For what Mikel Arteta,
everybody's better than Moises Caicedo until it's better to be more better.
For what Mikel Arteta wants Rice to do as a ball carrier, as more or less like a box-to-box midfielder, that's why he plays as an 8. It's not because he's bad as a 6. It's because for him, his style of play, the way he wants to play football, Declan Rice is more. I don't want to say what's the opposite of hindrance. What's the exact?
We actually play rotating sixes. It doesn't actually make a difference this season. Like Rice is actually sat into the 6 while Zubimendi's gone forward. So it really doesn't matter this season. They both kind of do this.
Plus, Rice can play as a centre back as well. Let's not forget that. Talk about versatility. He can play as a centre back. I'm just saying. Adds to the.
Those set pieces are penalties because of Rice.
Yeah, that is something that Caicedo doesn't have. That
is something that people. But Mo, when I say it, you're like, Ram, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, but if you're choosing a lone 6, I would choose Moises Caicedo. If I'm choosing an 8, I'll choose Declan Rice. But to just say that this guy doesn't like is better than this as a lone six, I think it's crazy because I think Caicedo reads the game better than Rice defensively. Actually,
I disagree.
defensively, Rice is more athletic.
His attributes is being able to destroy.
Yeah, but
Rice
I think
is
it's based off of
athletic.
his athleticism than it is based off of his defensive.
Reading the game, I think
awareness.
Moses Caicedo is better in my opinion.
No, I actually don't think.
I think I rate Declan Rice.
they're
Not even like I don't like.
I love Declan
Here's the
Rice.
thing.
Today he was.
Here's the
Today,
thing, I don't like this conversation because like I actually like Rice has grown on me as like he's played at Arsenal in my opinion. Like he's actually grown on me. I haven't been like that big of a fan of Rice until he actually went to Arsenal. Like I didn't think he was this good of a player until he went to Arsenal. So like I have to give him credit where credit's due. But like if you're talking to me as a lone six, I don't want Rice on the half turn. Like period. I don't want him on the half turn. I don't want him picking up the ball from my center backs on the half turn. I just don't. So like if that's what you're asking from him as a lone six, then I'm taking Moy. If you're telling me Rice is being able to bomb up the pitch, I'm taking Rice over Moy because him bombing up the pitch is much more effective in my opinion. So that's the difference. That's why I don't like having this conversation.
we can move on. Rice over Caicedo for me. Wirtz might have to go left wing more. No, Gakpo's a better left wing. Omar Gakpo's much better at a left wing than Wirtz.
Well,
Talking
Wirtz
about the
just feels
game,
like a useless signing now, doesn't he?
well,
Are we gonna talk about Liverpool, or we're gonna?
we can start with Liverpool if you
came
guys
up
want to
with
start.
it.
You're the one that started with
Ram,
the
I
Rice
have
and
to respect
Caicedo
the super chat.
conversation.
No, he wanted that.
You started the conversation. You're telling me Rice
No.
and
But look,
Caicedo,
I have
now
to
we're gonna
respect
move
the
over to
super
Wirtz.
chat. The
What we
super
doing
chat
here?
said Wirtz has got to be a left winger, but then most said Gakpo's better. I go, Wirtz is just looking useless, isn't it? Because Sabazla is a better 10. So like, I don't know where Wirtz is just a better bench warmer. That's
Is there
about
a
it.
place for Wirtz in this team? So since we're gonna talk about Liverpool,
bench
let's
warmer.
start with
He can
Liverpool.
keep it nice and warm, get the drinks out for the lads, that kind of thing. Innit?
I let Joey and Souls take it, man. I let them go
I'm
first.
so-
And I'll have my opinion afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
serious,
I
I'm
mean,
being completely. Is there because me and Hussam got into like an argument about Wirtz and Isak and Ekitike. Is there a place for this guy in the team now for Liverpool, or should he be on the bench?
It depends on what. No. I said what I said. I'll let Joey and Souls speak first, and I'll speak.
So, would you like to go first, bro?
well, are we talking specifically Wirtz only at the minute? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think. Look, he can be like a mascot or something. Like 20 million pound mascot. Like he could give the shirts out to the crowds. He could get the rallies up because at the moment on the pitch, I'm sorry, him, and obviously there's someone at Spurs we need to speak about as well. Him and that guy at Spurs. We'll get onto that one. I think everyone knows who I'm talking about. Them two at the moment, man, they have absolutely pulled a wool over our eyes because they don't look like a shadow of the players that they were in Europe. Listen, lad, that's all Wirtz is going to do on the bench anyway. He's just going to murmur shit because that's all he's doing. His performances on the pitch are just whack. I mean, look, the reality is there's just better players at the moment. I don't know whether he just needs to bulk up. He needs to get the Bayern Munich treatment and just bulk up a little bit and that will improve him. I really don't know at the moment. It's just not working. I don't know if Salah needs to change his system or what, but it just doesn't seem like he's... Maybe it's just a meshing thing and he needs a season like we do with Pep players, but at the moment, Wirtz shouldn't really be starting. The same with Isak. Isak shouldn't be starting. Hugo Ekitike is a far better player for them. And I think that's just kind of what it is. Just Sabazlai's been performing and Hugo Ekitike has been performing. That's just the reality of the matter. They just need to pick up their performances or they just got to hold the bench.
Joey?
Yeah, I think Wirtz can play, but he has to be adjusted. Like in the way that I think he unfortunately with the way that he is not dealing with the game physically the way that it should be dealt with in this league. And I once again, when I talk about these things, I'm just a dumb American in the early in the season. I watch Bundesliga more than almost anybody. Okay, so like this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing. When I seen Wirtz and Xavi linked to this league, I told people these are two players that are not going to come into this league and hit the ground running whatsoever because they're not going to be effective in the ways that they're effective in the Bundesliga. Where when I talked about Nick Woltemade and Hugo Ekitike, those are guys who can affect the game in a different way. The physicality of this league is something that he's going to have to adjust to, same as Xavi Simons. So it's like until that until he can figure out how he fits himself physically in this league, he's not going to have a spot. Because in my opinion, his best spot is going to be on the left next to if Liverpool play a 2 up top. Like that's where I think he could be his best. If he has the spaces to drift inside, he had one of these strikers drop into spaces, pick up the ball. That's where I think he's going to be the best. But he only played that system once, and it was against Frankfurt. So I don't know if he'll ever be able if he ever plays that system again. So that's the thing is I don't know if he'll ever hit the ground.
The problem, Joey, is that Liverpool today looked good because the midfield, all of them worked hard off the ball. Wirtz maybe runs off the ball, but his defensive attributes are zilch, zero. The guy doesn't tackle. The guy doesn't intercept. The guy is not there.
But why?
Because the team doesn't have the ball. Physically, he's weak. Yes. Physically, he is weak. Physically, the guy is weak. Today, for example, Onana can turn him with ease. That doesn't happen with a Szoboszlai. That doesn't happen even on McAllister. You cannot. McAllister is sturdy on the play. McAllister would stick a tackle in. Like Wirtz is like a passenger sometimes defensively. He might be a brilliant player on the ball, but he's so weak that you cannot have a passenger like this. Even Palmer contributes more defensively sometimes, right? And because you don't have a natural DM in the team, which is Gravenberch is not a natural DM, he's not a destroyer. McAllister is not a destroyer. You need Szoboszlai to work with them, so the three of them will do the work. That's why I don't think that Wirtz, maybe offensively he would create some chances, but I don't think he has a spot in the team. Now, if you want to win games, he doesn't have a spot in the team, in my opinion.
I think
he's come off the bench.
Also how Liverpool have naturally played. They're a lot more aggressive and front-footed. And I just don't think Wirtz has kind of ever needed to do that in the Bundesliga. And that's kind of the adjustment of tactics as well and systems, because this is probably the hardest working he's had to do since.
I want to say that.
No, he is. It's definitely he's had.
Before Alonso, before his ACL, he was asked to do a lot of running because he was partnered with Patrick Schick.
No, but it's not the same as like what he's having to be doing now. Like if you look at what Szoboszlai is doing, for example, it's not just running. Like people mistake it's not about ground covered, it's about the way you press as well. It's the same thing that we're missing from Odegaard. Like Odegaard like presses in a different way. Like yes, Eze is getting a tackle in here and there, but the way that you're asked to press in the Premier League is completely different to just running around like a head.
I think it's still transferable from what he did at Leverkusen.
Potentially, but I just don't think he's got it in him yet.
I disagree about the ground covered number. I think that's a very important number in this game specifically.
No, but it's the way you do it though. It's not just covering ground.
I agree and I disagree because even like the ground covered that Núñez would bring, in my opinion, still had its values in a sense. Like Núñez would felt like he was running with his head cut off a lot of the time, but like his being able to stretch the pitch in vertically and be able to press, like even if he was going to press for a foul, it stops play there.
Yeah, but Wirtz isn't doing that because he just doesn't have.
I know, but Wirtz isn't covering ground. That he's just not covering enough ground to be in this league right now. Like
no, potentially, yeah, but I just don't think he also doesn't have the aggression to match it for the league. Sure. Maybe in the Bundesliga, running around, running around might work, but in the Premier League, the aggression needs to match the press as well. Like it's not just about pressing and then not doing and not committing, because then players are going to be like, he's not committing into a tackle. That then makes them a lot more press resistant, even if they, it's a difficult moment to get by. If he can then show that aggression, that's when it kind of commits people into making and going, actually, there's press with purpose and not just pressing for the sake of running to a defender. Yeah. And that's kind of what I think, even if Wirtz was doing it, that's kind of how it looks. And he is like more said a passenger in this team. Whereas when you bring the likes of Szoboszlai and McAllister, Gravenberch, whether you want to even bring Curtis Jones into the conversation as well, the difference with them is they're not afraid to get a bit dirty and like tackle and get aggressive. And if they need to, have that sort of battle with the player. Whereas with Wirtz, I think maybe it's a transition, maybe next season or even in 6 months' time, we kind of have a different conversation because he's getting used to it, in training, etc. But right now, he just doesn't have the attributes to make it an effective midfielder yet.
I think also to make him work in a system, because if you have someone like McAllister, who, even though he has aggression, his anticipation is quite good as well. He just doesn't have the legs for it. If you swap him out for Szoboszlai, you can get away with the lack of intensity with Wirtz because you've already got the intensity with the likes of Szoboszlai and Gravenberch who can cover ground as much as possible. I know. I see the comments. I know. I think it is a multitude of factors. He was known to cover ground. I mean, in a Bundesliga, is a natural thing. You're meant to cover ground. Like that's how it's always been built. I think it's also people need to remember that the specific style of play that they played at Leverkusen was very possession based, which was a lot different to what we're doing now. And also, I think at the time when he joined, it wasn't a great cohesive side, and confidence at the time was very, very low. Obviously, we still don't know if we've gone past it, but at the moment, he hasn't showed the moments that I expected him to show. Even if it was going to take a bit of time for him to get used to it, I still think European competitions will be his best. You'll see the best of him. You saw the best of him against Atletico, even Galatasaray, even in Turkey when we didn't look particularly well. He still created abundance of chances. Like if Ekitike didn't decide to do a ball roll and they decided to actually shoot, he would have got an assist. And I think that's natural to any new signing. A lot of the new signings do well in Europe because it's just there's a lot more openness and there's a lot more. The style of the Champions League is a lot more slower compared to the Premier League. So you might see a lot of him in Europe, a lot better versions of him. But like you guys said, there is a possibility that maybe, say we're in January or February time, we may see glimpses of the actual Wirtz that we signed for 116 million. So
yeah. Moving on from this, don't get me wrong, he has the technicality, but not ready for me yet. I don't think Wirtz is ready 100%. Guys, can we get the likes up? We're only on 100 likes, guys. We need at least live 300 likes. Also, check out the okjersey.com. And don't forget to use the code JUDGE, actually, to get the 8% discount. They're very affordable football shirts for the people that haven't bought some. Just go out, check the vintage ones as well. They're very, very... But Mohamed Salah today had a brilliant game, in my opinion.
yeah.
I thought he was man of the match for me.
Ooh.
I thought he was man of the match. You know, every time it sticks dribbling, 100% a bit of bias. I'm Egyptian. I'm Egyptian. So
no, I just need to say, I just asked the question. I just asked the question
without bias.
At least you're willing to admit it, Mo. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm Egyptian. Definitely man of the match. I slagged him off many times, but I think today he looked absolutely back to himself. You know, I think it's key if you want to get back into the title race. If you're ever going to get back into the title race, if Arsenal ever drop points again, Mohamed Salah has to be at his best.
I will hold off on the usual self because there's glimpses of his usual self, but it wasn't fully usual self. Like the Mohamed Salah that I've seen last season and the seasons gone by, I've seen a lot better compared to today. But
you're never gonna get that Mohamed Salah of last season. It's never happening again.
No, but you'll see glimpses of it though. We see parts of it in the parts of the season. I'm hoping it will never ever go away. It will never ever go away.
If Mohamed Salah go back to the last season's form, you're winning the league. Even if Arsenal win games. Maybe. But again, like for me, it's always been class is permanent and form is temporary. But look, like you said, Mo was really good today. Hazard when he went to Real Madrid. That's different.
Yeah, but there's different stories behind that. You know, once he came to Madrid overweight, then he had to get himself back into fitness. And if anyone that knows, once you've been overweight and you're trying to get back into fitness is such a short amount of time, you're going to be prone to ankle injuries. And what did he have? Ankle injuries.
Yeah. But I think Mohamed Salah was good today. Ekitike was very good today as well for Liverpool. And anybody here think that Liverpool will get back to the title race at all?
Szoboszlai was also very.
I mean, Arsenal has to let someone back in the title race. That's the real thing. Arsenal actually have to let someone back in the title race. If they don't drop points, then how is anybody going to be in the title race?
Yeah, that's true. That's a true point. I think for me, I think the two
until they start dropping points, until they start cracking, then we can't have that conversation.
I think also Mo, the midfield was a lot better today. I think that was the big bonus for us
because McAllister went back into form. That made a massive difference.
No, do you know what I missed from McAllister at the start of the season, Mo? Anticipation. You know, last season, his anticipation in reading the game, being aggressive in tackles, not getting bullied.
Yeah,
It
he was good
It was
today.
not there. Today was a new McAllister. The Argentinian McAllister I expected this at the start of the season. It was a breath of fresh air to see that, man. But
yeah, I think the team played well today. I'll see against Real Madrid at home if he starts the same team. We'll see what Liverpool do.
Oh, I don't think so.
We'll see actually if Isak comes back into the side.
He won't. He's
we'll
injured.
see if. I thought he's back.
Nah, he's got a groin injury.
I thought he said he will be back. But we'll see. You think he's gonna play against City?
That I don't know. But
is City your next league game?
Yeah.
Yes, Habibi.
Oh, mad.
At the Etihad. So
this is a rough run for them. These next 3 games, these last 3 games. I mean,
and then they go away to Newcastle.
Wow.
Away
That's
to
after
Newcastle.
the international break, though,
Sorry.
right?
Chelsea go away to Newcastle. Chelsea go.
Yeah.
Away.
I think we
Liverpool play Forest at home. Sorry. Play Forest at home.
I was gonna say.
After the City, they have Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds. 4 winnable games.
It's easy, yeah.
Yeah, 4 winnable games.
Sunderland
For Chelsea,
is not
though,
piss easy. Can we stop this?
It's piss easy. I'm sorry, that's piss easy.
Sunderland,
Nottingham Forest are dead. Leeds are easy. You should not be struggling to lead.
I agree with that.
And West Ham look shit anyway. They're getting
that. I
relegated.
agree. No, can we put some respect on Sunderland's name, please?
Okay, sorry. Sunderland. Okay, Sunderland I can give. Yeah, Sunderland are a tough game.
Because I said this weeks ago, and Mo looked at me sideways. Mo looked at Lee as if I was an
They
idiot.
got Granit Xhaka, really.
Sunderland are good. What are you saying? They're going to be in a title race? Top 4? Top 5?
No, I think they're going to be a problem for every top team, Mo.
No, but AFCON's going to be a.
They're going to be. You know what? In the words of Pep Guardiola, they're going to be a pain in the ass. They're going to be a pain in the ass.
We'll see. For Chelsea, though, Arsenal play Sunderland next game. Listen, Sunderland might lose tomorrow to Everton, and then it might lose to Arsenal, and we're going to forget about them and we'll stop talking about them. That's what's going to happen, basically. Every other team.
Sunderland are better than that. They'll probably beat Everton.
I think they play Monday, don't they?
Yeah, they play Monday. This Monday.
They play Monday. Yeah. For Chelsea today, Joey, Enzo Maresca did something a little bit like different than what he does normally. Defensively, very solid for him today. Garnacho and Neto worked off the ball very good. They weren't good on the ball. Is this Chelsea team? Can we finally see consistency from the Chelsea team?
No, because our center backs are not consistent. That's just the reality. Our center backs are not consistent. Like, we have inconsistencies at center backs every week. We don't have the same center back pairing. We can't even pick a center back pairing. If Wesley Fofana can stay healthy, lovely. We might have something because he was awesome today. But that's a big thing for me. It's like we either can't stay healthy, or it's 2 19-year-olds, or I have the 2 Chuckle brothers in Tosin and Chalaba. Like that's it. Like, that's all I have. So like no, I can't expect consistency because I have inconsistencies in my back line every single week. So unfortunately that's the case. But Spurs should have been put to the sword today. But one today is a blessing for them, the way that they played. We should have put 4 on them, 4 or 5. They had 3 shots total all game. 1 on target, and it was in the 96th minute. Like we dominated them. They played 4 midfielders, and Caicedo dominated all 4 of them. Like that.
Shit, bro.
I don't really have anything else to say. This is a normal win for me. I don't have
XG, right, Joey?
I know I don't like using XG a lot, but it's staggering.
Today,
it's a staggering number. It's like 0.05 is what they put on us today. 0.05. And I do wonder if teams are going to start adopting this style of defending set pieces, of like taking out people in the box, right? Putting people at the
they did it against Arsenal last season at some point. Left 3 people ahead of the ball in the opposition's half to force teams to actually.
Well, it just gives space for the center back, for your goalkeeper to go make a claim, right? Like there isn't a guy on your goalkeeper at that point because he can go make a claim at that point. You can't.
For Chelsea, why is that? I'm struggling to see what is the rule that Chelsea will play in the league this season.
They're title spoilers. That's it. That's what we could do. We could spoil anybody's title run. Anybody's, because Because if we show up to any game, we can show up and beat you. That's it. Like that's the reality. But we're not consistent enough to be in this title race. You see what I'm saying? If it's us and Arsenal we play Arsenal.
So you don't think the squad is good enough, or you think it's injuries, or why?
I think it's a bit of injuries, and I think it's a bit of the way that we scouted this summer, like just pure, like the way that what we brought in this summer in the quality realm, right? In the quality realm of what we brought in this summer, between injuries and that, yeah, there's no way I think we're gonna stick.
I tell you what, Joey. Yeah, I tell you what. We gave a lot of corn to Chelsea for missing out on Simmons. It looks as though it was a great decision you didn't go for him. He was terrible today.
Yeah, he's just terrible.
Yeah, but they got Garnacho instead, though, innit? So it's like whatever.
No, but no. So I'd argue Simmons looks worse than Garnacho, bro. Simmons I don't know what.
I mean, I don't disagree.
He came on. Was it Joey? He came on as a substitute, then got substituted out of the team. If I'm not mistaken, because Odebeck came on.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know what he's doing, man. And the goal that you conceded was because of him. Do you know what?
Yeah, he gave a hospital pass to Van de Ven. Yes.
No, but I remember the Spence lost the ball, then he tackled him. Van de Ven passed it to Simmons, and Simmons, for some stupid reason, had time and space and just passed it back to Van de Ven.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Turned out,
bro, he's an idiot. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna tell you.
Do you know the only thing that I want to say on Chelsea though? Like, I don't know if it's just the centre backs. I think the lack of attacking consistency from the players is also a bit of like it's just very like today. Obviously, highlighted a bigger issue like for Chelsea to be a title contender. Obviously, I think title spoiler is probably the perfect way to put them. I think they will get top 4. I don't think there's a question mark or like whether they can do it or someone can knock them off that pedestal or not. But I just think they're so in like the wingers, they have good games or they can do things, but then as soon as it comes to the final
our
third,
best winger is 18 years old.
Yeah, and it comes to the final third, it's just a bit of a like because even today I was like, João Pedro could have got a hat trick, Neto could have got a few goals, Garnacho should have done better with some. And I know you're never going to have the perfect game attacking. I'm not sitting there and saying they should have taken every single one of their chances, but that game should never have finished 1-0. Like
100%.
a title contending team or a title winning, even if you want to call them, team finishes that game at least 3-0, just to show that they can. But then again, Chelsea have shown they can be good in front of goal as well. And that's kind of where the issue kind of comes in. It's like, on their day, they can do it.
No, they can't. They haven't shown that they can be in front of good. Because João Pedro is very inconsistent.
No. But against Liverpool,
from the days at Brighton, he's so inconsistent.
Liverpool's not the best example.
By the way, I'm going to tell you this right now. João Pedro is not playing healthy right now. He is not healthy.
Why is all these Chelsea fans always say these stuff? He's playing. Enzo Fernandez. I had like this.
I'm watching him with my own eyes.
Playing,
I'm watching him with my own eyes.
Everyone. Look, football players, Joey. None of them is perfect. Everyone takes injection. They wrap an ankle. They wrap a muscle. Everyone. Joey, each and every single one. There is no player that plays 100%. These people always have knocks.
Mo, who do we have, bro? At striker, who can we play at striker right now?
It's João Pedro. That's it.
Okay, so that's why, what
about Gui? Gui.
My guy, Gui.
I like Gui, but he can't be playing against the top teams. Like, I like Gui, but he can't be playing against the top teams. It's just.
João Pedro scored today, but I don't think Chelsea can rely on him. Actually, I think your best attacker is Estevao, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Until Cole comes back, yeah, you're 100% right.
Bro, when is he coming back, man? Because Enzo said
after international break. I'm gonna guess the Barcelona Arsenal run up after international break. That's one of my guesses right there at the end. Right after
December.
Beginning of December. They're 2 tough games to come back to.
Well, Barcelona's like injured to hell too right now.
Is it Barcelona home?
Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, it's at home.
Okay.
At Stamford Bridge.
One of the biggest tests for Caicedo, by the way. This is what people talk about.
If it was at the Spotify Stadium, I would have said that, but I don't think
I've never called it that. Never ever in your life call it that again.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It is the Spotify Stadium? No,
I don't give a crap.
I don't give a damn. Sorry, they sold their rights.
I refuse.
I'm pretty sure that Barcelona game right now, Rafinha's out, Lewandowski's out, Pedri's out, and Yamal's out.
Yamal's out at the moment. We don't know.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know who they'll have by then. I don't know who's gonna.
Oh no, João Garcia's back. The goalkeeper's back. That's
okay,
one
their goalkeeper with their high line.
But no.
Garcia's cold. No.
Like, what are we doing? Like, that's not a talk. Or their goalkeeper. I'm supposed to.
No.
João Garcia is.
Trust me.
When Arsenal fans wax lyrical about Raya, and I tell them João Garcia is better, there's a reason why I say that. He is a very, very good goalkeeper.
Oh, Lewis back? I didn't know that. I knew he got injured. I didn't know if he was.
Flick said
that's that's the one player.
He's back.
There's one player that I'm scared of. It's Lewandowski. That's who I'm actually scared of.
Chelsea must do well in the champs. Actually, You're getting some because you're spot one. Got easy games.
Easy games, Mo. In the beginning, you told us we had the hardest run out of all the English teams. You said that.
In the what?
In the run, we had the hardest run out of everybody. That's what everyone was saying before.
You play Benfica at home, my friend.
But they were telling me that Ajax was going to be a
dead.
good team.
No. Joey,
you play Karabakh.
Everyone plays a shit team.
No one said that.
Everybody plays a shit team like that.
Joey, no one said that about Ajax. Everyone knew Ajax is dead.
Ajax. You played Ajax at home. You play Karabakh.
Ajax is
what
dead.
is this, bro?
And we play Bayern.
They
told us we were going to lose to We're going to lose to Napoli. We were going to lose to. We have Lazio.
No, that's still possible.
Bro, you're playing Atalanta. They're ninth in the league, bro.
Napoli is possible.
Bro, but I told people this when we got the draw. When people tell me,
bro, I'll guarantee you have never heard of a team called Pafos in your life.
Mo, don't make me get your.
I swear to God, unless I click on it now, I don't know where the team is from, bro.
I'm gonna get your video title.
It's Cyprus. They're from Cyprus. Don't ask me why
I don't know where this team is from, bro.
They're from Cyprus. I know they're from Cyprus, but don't ask me why I know that.
Bro, everybody in the Cyprus league.
Arsenal just played a team from Kazakhstan. What are we doing? Like, don't everybody has those teams on their fucking schedule.
No one is saying that Arsenal will not get to a quarterfinal or semifinal. We're not saying that. All I said is that Chelsea must do well in the Champions League. That's all I said, bro. That's all I said. That you must do well in the Champions League.
No. What you said is our draw is easy, and I told you in the beginning nobody was saying that. That's what I was telling you. That's what
I thought the consensus was that Liverpool.
But people weren't saying that when the draw came out. It's a lovely thing that we love.
The only tough team that you play is Barcelona, Bayern Munich away, and you lost. Play Barca at home. On paper, you should beat them. Napoli away in the Champions League. Napoli. Have you watched Napoli in the Champions League?
No, I said Barcelona away.
No, they should be.
Barcelona at home. And you tell me that the mighty Chelsea, world champions Chelsea, should not beat Barcelona at home?
I don't think. I'm not.
They didn't play Barcelona in the World Championship, World Club Championship.
The only thing I'm worried about is my center backs. My center backs are ass.
They didn't play the Club World Cup most. So how
what do you
can
mean your center
that?
backs are ass? It's all about the midfield. It's all about Enzo Maresca. And I said that on the football terrace. I said the problem with Enzo Maresca is that he's arrogant. He's like Arne Slot. When he played a team like Spurs away from home, he actually set up the team well to nullify Spurs completely, right? That's why, by the way, when you watch...
Did you see that shade? Did you just see that shade right there?
It's part of being... The difference between Mikel Arteta and Enzo Maresca, which is why when people tell me that Enzo Maresca is better than Arteta, I think they're crazy because he won the Conference League and the Club World Cup. Enzo Maresca is good in coaching a one-off game. He actually, even in the first 20 minutes of Bayern Munich, they actually dominated Bayern. They actually were the better team on the pitch. The problem with Enzo Maresca is that the same structure is non-existent when they play the lesser teams. While Mikel Arteta, it doesn't matter if they play Brentford, Sunderland, Fulham, Man City, Liverpool, it doesn't matter. The same structure is there. Players get back into position to nullify the opposition. Enzo Maresca doesn't do this. Today, everyone worked hard to nullify Spurs completely. That's why you had tons of interceptions. tackles and you kind of like nullified them completely. Now he's going to go play Sunderland the next game. I want to see the same work rate from the wingers, from Joao Pedro, from the midfielders, from Enzo.
I think we
People
play
slack the
Burnley next game, but yeah, I hear you.
Burnley or
Yeah, we played
Sunderland.
Sunderland last week.
oh yeah, Sunday. So you play Burnley next week. Okay.
Yeah.
And that game, for example, he's gonna play Arsenal. I guarantee you, he's gonna have a great game. Tactical. You might win, you might lose. It's not the point. You might draw, but yeah, you're gonna see the players working hard, closing spaces, tackling, doubling. Now you go and play Wolves, and Wolves are easy. But even the team that played against Wolves in the cup, right, 4-1, and now you're complacent. Nobody's working hard.
Yeah.
The structure is not there. That's the difference between Enzo Maresca and Mikel Arteta. That he's not consistent. It's not only about center backs, Joey. It's about the team itself get complacent, and the coach doesn't have the same structure when he plays the lesser team. That's how every time we watch Arsenal.
But look, Mo, I said
That's
that
what
when
I
I
think
said
I
that the only thing that we could potentially be is title spoilers. That's what I said.
I think you can be a title challengers. You are 6 points behind Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken, 7 points behind Arsenal. Actually, you are 8.
7 or 8.
No,
Yeah,
1
you're
point
probably
behind
right.
us. So yeah, it should be 8.
You're 8 points behind Arsenal. You still play them at the bridge. If you want to be title contenders, you get 3 points. That are 6 pointers, right? You cut it down to 5. Arsenal still have to go away to the Etihad. Chelsea should, in my eyes, you should be title contenders. You spent the money. You got top 4 last season. You should be title contenders.
I think so too, but I just don't believe in the quality of our defense. That's it. That's my.
But you have to be honest with you, it's not about the center backs. If you have the best right back and the best left back and the best DM and the best next DM, which is Lavia next to him,
Oh, when
and
you
you have
don't
Reece
have,
James.
you don't even have one I need one competent center back. One. I'm asking for one.
Fofana's
that-
there.
For fun,
Okay.
yeah.
How long
I
is
think you guys
Fofana-
are harsh. I
Fofana,
think you guys.
by the
you guys
way, Fofana's been here for 5 years. He's played less games than
I'm gonna
Tosin.
tell you, bro.
He's played
Arsenal
less
challenge.
games than Tosin.
Arsenal's
been here for 1 year.
Joey. Arsenal challenge with Ramsdale in goal, Bozo Gabriel, right, and young Saliba. That was his first ever season in the Premier League. Why? Because the coach was able to put a structure out there that will protect these center backs and made them look good, right? It's not about the coaching. You have Tosin, you have Chalobah. Chalobah is not a dud. With all due respect, you guys actually talk about Chalobah as a dud. He's not a dud. He's not a shit player. He's a defender that is serviceable.
I ask you this: in the top 6, where does Chalobah start? Then does he start for any of the teams in the top 6?
I start for Man United
Who's this?
sometimes. Why not?
Who's this?
Chalobah.
Yeah, but
No.
Chalobah's not your starter, is he?
He's
He
not.
is my starter.
He is the starter now.
I thought it was Fofana and Colwell were your starters.
Yeah, but
Colwell is
Cole-
injured. ACL is out. He's out for the season.
He's out for the
It's
season.
Oh, okay. If you're talking in that sense, okay.
Yeah, okay. But
Yeah, but
That's what
I don't
I'm
think
talking about
Chalobah
right
is
now.
a
I'm not
Chalobah is
talking about nothing else
serviceable.
but right now. That's
The
what I'm
problem
talking
with
about.
you guys talk about Chalobah as he's like shit. Like he's not that bad. Like you guys, he's not
Okay,
like
but Mo, that doesn't eliminate. Like we have squad players at center back, squad level players. They're squad level players. That's what they are. Squad level players. I'm supposed to
Gabriel
win
was a
titles
bozo worst
at
ever
center back.
Brazilian center back. I remember everyone saying that he's the worst
Gabriel
ever
was
yeah,
Brazilian
that
Bozo
center
Bozo
back.
team was strong.
You're gonna
That
just
was
keep
strong.
saying-
Strong what?
But
We
Gabriel
got
now is the-
Brazilians tweeting in Portuguese saying this guy should not be starting, should not be near
So-
the national
So
team.
now, so we're comparing Gabriel and Chalobah now. That's what we're doing.
I don't think you're getting my point.
No,
Ramsdale,
but that's what we're
Bozo
doing. now, right?
Gabriel, young Saliba.
Don't forget Benjamin White as well.
Ben White.
Bro,
Yeah, right
I
back.
just I don't know.
Zinchenko left back, yet he challenged.
Okay, I don't know.
Come on, you have to concede on this. He didn't have the same back line as today, and you guys have fantastic Kukurea, amazing Reece James, Mr. Malo Gusto, the brilliant Caicedo, the amazing. Come on, now. What are we doing here?
We can't live in both ways where you have one of the best
So,
in
but
something and then you just be
don't
like,
get
nah.
this. I don't
It's
get
the
this.
same thing
A
we
guy
got.
makes-
We got.
A
We
guy,
got
makes
different.
a guy makes a mistake for 4 or 5 games in this season. 4 or 5 games. He makes. a
And the
mistake
Gabriel
that
made
costs-
mistakes the same 4 or 5 games in the season. The guy held the ball with his
But
hand.
he makes us. He costs us the games,
I saw
right?
that with my
He
own
costs
eyes
us
as well.
points, correct or no?
I saw that with my own
He
eyes.
did. He did, but the structure around him protect him from these mistakes. This is coaching, Joey. Coaching is where you actually make the player not suspect to mistakes. You protect him with the people around him. You know what? That Trent used to make mistakes, but Konate was there, Sabozla was there, Henderson was there to protect these positioning mistakes,
Fabinho
right?
was there.
That happens. Fabinho was there. That's the coaching, right? For Arsenal, Thomas Partey was there. There are teams that Xhaka was there to protect Gabriel. That is coaching. That is what Chelsea fans don't talk about. You guys keep talking about personnel, but I think it's a structural problem. If I have a Tosin at my back line, and I know that Tosin is not the greatest one-on-one defender, why would I play a high line and leave Tosin exposed for the long ball and then complain that Tosin doesn't know how to defend the one-on-one? That is stupidity from the coach, right? If I have a short striker that is not good in the air and I'm spamming crosses and I complain about my striker shit in the air, but your coach is asking the winger to cross. I'm giving you an example, right? That is the reality. If my DM is not great on the half turn and I keep passing him the ball with his back to goal and then asking him to turn, that is my mistake as a coach. That is not the player's problem because you have had this player for a while. You can coach around these mistakes and use them to their best abilities. Right? If you have Donnarumma, like Pep Guardiola, he's not asking Donnarumma to be Ederson. He's adjusting. He's asking players to drop and get the ball. That's called coaching. Why? Because Chelsea are not duds. You have Kukurea. What I keep repeating, why? Because you have players around these guys that can protect them. It's all about the utilization of these players in your team. That's coaching. That's structure. That's tactics. Right? I can't be talking about, oh my God, my center back is shit one-on-one. Why is he one-on-one? From first place. Why? Why is he one-on-one? Why are you leaving that centre-back one-on-one then? If you don't have Fofana, don't leave a defender one-on-one. Be better structurally, off the ball. So you prevent the one-on-ones. You get me? You get my point about coaching?
I get you, but there's so I don't want to.
But it's so easy to complain about the centre-back.
No, that's
so
not
easy.
even true though. That's not true. I feel like you're conflating 2 points in this sense. It's like the center backs can make individual errors without a structural problem being there. I feel like we're conflating 2 points. The fact is that when Chalobah plays on the left, he's more prone to making mistakes because he doesn't have the passing angles to pass to the left because he's not left-footed. He refuses to pass to the left. And when
Van Dijk rarely, okay, I can counter this. Van Dijk rarely uses his left. But the difference is, Joey, now that's angles. That's called angles. Your left back.
I said angles. I said the word.
No, the angles from the angles from his teammate. That's why Zubamendi, for example, even if the ball is on Gabriel's right foot, Zubamendi is creating the right angle for him to pass. This is the midfield. This is the fullback. The fullback should be experienced enough to create the angle for your center back, not to have to be under pressure. This is called angle. This is called a football IQ always. That's why the angle from your teammate is very important because you know your center back. Also, why is he putting the ball on his left? Why? By the way, there is numerous center backs in the history of the sport that play right foot only, that played on the left and they were very successful. Numerous ones that actually their left is dead, cut. It's not there. Right? And they will look great. Why? Because the teammates create right angles for them. You're not asking him to pass with the left. Again, coaching, tactics, teammates, IQ. There's a lot of them.
I'm not going to disagree with the stubbornness aspect of it. I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree that my manager is stubborn in his tactics. I'm not going to disagree. But I am going to disagree in the aspect of equality. Like regardless on what you could tell me, even within the tactics that we are playing right now, they are not playing up to the standard that is necessary. And that's why I do not believe we're going to be in the title. We're not going to be in the title picture. That's just plain and simple.
Fair enough. To be honest, also senior management to not actually get a center back and insist that Badiashile is there, who's injury prone. They insist.
Same with Wesley Fofana.
Same. Achimpong is not. Achimpong gets a look and then gets benched. Gets a look and then gets benched.
Well, I mean, he wasn't good against Wolves, so.
It's on your management, to be honest. It's on the management of Chelsea to actually fix that.
I think also to an extent, Mo, you can say if the quality of play is not there, then what can the manager really do? So if you're telling me that
he's been let down on that left wing because the quality is not there, because they get in the right places, the right positions, but they're shit.
Yeah.
It's shit. It's shit.
But that goes back down to recruitment. That goes back down to
100%.
what you did in the summer.
Which I brought up as well.
Yeah, like Gittins should have scored, man.
Yeah, I
100%.
told
Pedro should have
people
scored
about
3 or
Gittins,
4
man.
times.
I told him about Gittins. Flat, like he'll
No,
have
I like
moments
him.
where he does
I
well.
like him. I like him. I like him. I like him. I don't know why I'm watching Gittins. And
Because
I like
he
him.
has quality mode, but
I
he's
don't know
not,
why
he's
I
not
am
good
still.
enough. Yeah,
I called him shit. He started the season very bad. Every time the guy gets the ball, I know that there's a football player there. For example, in opposite to Garnacho, I don't think Garnacho has the basics of being a top football
oh,
player.
no.
He's not quick. He's not
a
dribbling his
talented
shit.
player, Mo.
Physically, he's weak. Gittins, quick, has the technical ability to dribble. Maybe he's young. You need to fix a couple of things about how he crosses when he shoots, stuff like that. I like Garnacho more than Gittins.
The reason
Gittins
why
more than Garnacho.
the reason why you like
Yeah.
Gittins is because he has quality. Like
Yes.
people saw at Dortmund, he is a very 1v1. He's a very, very good player. Like he is very skillful, very, very quick, very nimble, very happy to take on his man. But the end product is non-existent, and that's
It's not non-existent. It's just not consistent.
Nah, Joe, you're being
No,
very.
I'm being serious.
Let me respond.
Bro, back-to-back games, he was man of the match before this.
If we're
Before this
talking on
back-to-back
in
game.
the top level where
Who?
Chelsea are
Who?
expecting to be is non-existent.
Who?
We have to talk about those levels. man. Gittins.
What are we talking about? Gittins.
Gittins.
He's good. I think he should be he should be the Rio Ngumoa of Chelsea. There should be a starting left winger, and he should be the Ngumoa
He's the
of
backup.
Chelsea.
He's backup.
He's the backup winger for a top winger that's starting week in, week out for Chelsea.
Yeah, he's far too young and raw right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Welcome
but
to
if he's-
Chelsea. That's all we buy.
if-
Young and
And
raw.
if he scores a couple of goals, let me respond to this before moving on to Arsenal. Do an Inter fan, you don't talk much about Inter. Stop leeching on my club and stay in your own league. Yet
They're
you are
playing
here
tomorrow
watching.
morning.
Which
Yet
club
you are
is
here.
that?
Nice of you to
Yet you-
join us.
Yet you are here watching
looks
us
like
talk
Germany,
about
bro.
the Premier League. So why are you here then?
The
When you can
German-
go watch someone
German
else.
Who
women's
does he
team.
support?
I think it's the German women's team.
You're just jealous that I know more ball
I
than
cannot
you.
see.
You cannot
cannot
challenge me, so you kept saying this shit. That's what it is, bro.
Bro,
Really.
talk about Inter, bro.
I can. I will.
Are you going to win tomorrow?
We're playing Hellas Verona away. Have some shame. We're absolutely winning.
No,
Smashing
I'm
them.
only asking because I might do a little thing.
We're gonna win tomorrow. But this channel, I don't talk about Inter on this channel unless it's a big game or something like that.
Souls day.
I like people coming in. To tell me, stay in your club.
Will you concede?
About what?
Will you concede?
Yeah, Habibi, we conceded fucking 79 goals in 9 games, bro. Like, just fucking, we leave 1-on-1 from halfway line. It's a coin toss for Inter. You don't know? Do you watch Inter play? It's a coin toss.
I have.
Bro, he
I
tried.
have it, actually.
Guys,
I actually only watched.
This is how we play. We
Yeah.
commit 9 players forward and we leave 1-on-1, right? At the back. It's either a Cherby, De Vrij, or Basic, whoever plays. And every long ball is a coin toss. It's either our center back is going to get it or their forward is going to get it. Even the coach in the interview after the last game, was actually asked about the center back. And he said, yes, we actually teach our center back to actually pick the right moment to even intercept or let the forward have it. And then he can actually go back. And why is he 1-on-1? He's like, that's the way I play. All right, then.
It's Cordoba. Cordoba's your manager,
We
right?
are the worst defense in the top half of the table, yet we have scored like 23 goals in like 9 games.
Is Cordoba your manager?
Is
You're
what?
probably enjoying it though, Mo.
Ivan
Exciting
Cordoba.
games. Exciting
No,
games of football.
Kivo. It's very entertaining to
Kivu.
watch Inter now.
But Kiwi's a centre back, no?
We created 8 big chances more than the second team.
Wait, Mo,
Here
Kiwi
goes.
was a centre back, no? Or
Left
fullback?
back.
And he,
He's a treble winner.
I'm surprised because
Treble
he
winner.
Yeah, under Mourinho, right? Under Mourinho. Right?
He's very attacking, bro. Very, very attacking. Pushes everyone forward.
This
Bro, I'm
was
surprised.
Chivo
I'm
that one
surprised.
under
Guys,
Mourinho.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu is the top scorer. The DM.
Yeah, but he's a very technical footballer, Mo.
Yeah.
He's the DM. He's our DM. Yeah, Hakan Çalhanoğlu is the DM. We play Mkhitaryan or Susic, Barella, and Hakan is the DM. That's it.
Bruh.
Bastoni is I think he has the second most assists in the team. That left center.
What?
I might have to tune in and watch this, you know.
It's
Yeah,
so-
yo,
it's
seriously.
fucking. No, but
Sis,
Stoney
that sounds
scores,
entertaining.
assists, cross, does everything going forward. Defensively, he's non-existent lately. That's why when people tell me that, but Stoney should sign for this team to play left center back. The guy's a left wing back sometimes. He's higher than DeMarco sometimes. And then,
Yeah.
but people don't watch. Arsenal fan and everyone else told us that they lost the league when Saliba got injured. Why that structure helped him to win the league then after the injury? And that's why Arteta was criticized heavily. And the reason why, my friend, and I'm going to respond to you because you haven't been subscribed for a long time and haven't watched me talk about football for a long time. I said that time that one of the problems that Arteta did is he played the same exact system with Rob Holding that he plays with Saliba. That's why he got punished. When Partey got dropped, he played the same system. You cannot play the same thing with different players with different attributes. Rob Holding is not Saliba. He's not as quick as Saliba. He didn't read the game that Saliba, but he played the same way. That's why he lost.
I know, but
See?
in the end, though, right, Mo, what they end up doing, they end up getting a profile that's fit the way that Arteta wants.
That's why they got Mosquera, by the way, because he's
Right.
quick.
But that's the point,
Yeah.
though. That's my point.
Yeah.
My point is that we don't have backups that are in the same mold or even profile to be able to play the way that we want to play because of the way that we recruited for that position. That's the
So the coach is being stubborn. Then that's the reality.
Agreed. I don't disagree with that.
And I can't there's not a lot of people that Maresca out now, and I'm like, you can't be now. You just gotta wait a little bit about being Maresca out and shit.
Hey, man,
People are reactionary, Mo. That's how things work.
They're like,
Remember last season?
get him out of the club. Listen, if he does bad, maybe you say that, but come on now, it's too early.
Remember last season when people were saying that they didn't want Maresca as manager, the players are crap and everything, and then when they were like second in the league, they started gassing the team, and then when they went back to when they won that really bad run, they started saying Maresca out again. I was like, bro, pick a side.
I think he's a good coach. He just needs to not to be stubborn, to be honest. As for Arsenal now, she's the last one. Arsenal. How good is Arsenal? Are they boring still? Does anybody think they're boring still?
I actually didn't watch their game today. I was watching the United game.
I tuned into the Arsenal game, and then when they scored their set piece, I turned off.
Say peace FC again. Say peace, Olele. Say peace,
Oh,
Olele.
I have to talk, bro. It's getting crazy now. I was watching the stream with Matt from Coppish. Yeah, big up Matt. We were watching, and I told Matt when they scored at the time. They scored, I think, 17 of their goals. 8 of them were from set pieces, bro.
They scored 8 set pieces again
out of 17. That is unheard of. I'm sorry. Like, even when Liverpool were amazing at set pieces, I think
out of 18 goals, they scored 8. So the 10 goals of open play.
Yeah, this was before the 2 goals they scored. This was before I turned the TV off.
Yeah.
I don't think that counts the penalties, though, Mo. I think there's 2 penalties in there.
Yeah, 2 penalties, but I don't count penalties as set pieces.
Okay, so yeah,
I don't know if the league counts them as set pieces.
I think it's 10 total with set pieces,
Yeah.
and then it's 8 after. It's 8 non.
Without
so
the pens.
8 open play goals.
Yes.
What is the
what-
problem with this? The Eze goal, they counted as a set piece. The Moreno goal, he scored against Newcastle, which was not a set piece because there was a couple of passes before it actually crossed.
Yeah, but
It's
the
supposedly
thing
an
is,
open
though,
play
if you-
goal, you know?
I guess the way it works, though,
It's
if
a
you
set
play it
piece
short,
routine.
yes, if you play it short, though,
Okay.
right? If
It's
you play it
still
short,
part of
it's
the
still
routine.
considered a set piece.
Fair enough.
Or it's considered part of the play.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's part of the
exactly.
routine. So that's
Exactly.
cool. It works under phases, isn't it? So
Mhm.
say for instance, once the defender heads out of play, the set piece phase is gone.
Yeah,
Now it's
yeah.
gone back to a recycle.
And I gotta tell you something, and people will think I'm like crazy. I think the toughest team to beat in Europe now is Arsenal. In Europe, in the whole of Europe.
Crazy thing to say.
Like
think
I
that's
think like there is that and that defensive solidity makes them primed to win the 1-0s and the 2-1s, stuff like this, because
There's
it gives you the platform to have one chance in a game. If you put it out, you're winning. That's
Yeah,
it.
but
Chase
Mo,
the
that's
game.
not
Try to beat
necessarily
us.
always. That's not necessarily always the best thing in tournament play. You know what I mean? because like tournament play, it gets very dicey. Like things just kind of.
I disagree, Joey.
I don't know.
And you're talking about you talk about knockout stages and stuff like this. I think
Depends. It does. It depends.
I'm talking about
Rafa was.
I'm talking because all of this doesn't like in the end, like Arsenal getting out of the knockout rounds. It's something that you should be expecting, in my opinion. Like
That's
I'm talking about once it hits beyond the knockout rounds. That's when I think it's not necessarily like one-off games where you're expecting to score a corner. Don't always go that way. Is my point in a Champions League game. You know what I mean? Like that, and it works for us. And I'm not going to say it can't work for Arsenal. Believe me, like we won a Champions League like on a lot of set pieces. Don't get it twisted.
And a lot of defensive solidity was Thomas Sucre three at the back. A lot of
I don't think that one is the one that I'm talking about though. With the set pieces specifically.
Oh, you're talking 2012.
I'm talking about 12 is when we scored a good amount of set pieces.
Yeah, that was a bit mad.
So like that. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying it's you have to have a little bit. Of luck.
But you're doing a bit of a disservice though, Joey, because in transition,
Eucharist was fantastic today.
Once again, I didn't watch their game today, so I'm not going to say specifically.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to summarize the thing for you. Burnley didn't sit back, so that means there was space. That's why Arsenal played tons of like. In the channels, long balls, Eucharist behind the defense, right? The corners they got today was not them trying to get corners. They were actually inside the 18, shots deflected. Like Calafiori took a shot that should have been a goal and got deflected to a corner. And that was another corner. Like Saka took a shot and it got deflected, it got blocked. Like because there were spaces. And I think that I'm gonna say that if teams open up against Arsenal will create chances.
That pissed me off, man. That pissed me off so much. The fact that they opened up and we had to deal with a flipping low block. When we went to Turf Moor, we had 5 banks of 5 in the penalty area, and we have 5 banks in front of them just sitting there. And we had to go pass. But when it comes to Arsenal, it was literally Arsenal can have the freedom of the
but you have to remember that Arsenal played away at Burnley. It was 35 minutes in. Burnley are 2-0 down. They have to open up. There's no other way around it.
No, even in the first 10 minutes more. Even in the first 10 minutes more, they were still.
No, they did sit back a bit.
Yes. Actually, they didn't. Actually, Burnley tried to press Arsenal.
Yeah, bro. I was getting vexed. When was this?
Burnley were trying to press Arsenal. And Arsenal, the thing about Arsenal is that if you try to press them, that's what Arsenal do, which is very smart by Mikel Arteta. He bypassed the press sometimes, and then they would hold it and recycle back to push the opposition deep again, right? If everyone is marked. And I think they did it today a couple of times. And after 10 minutes, they actually dropped deep, Burnley. And then now the Arsenal. Bro, I'm going to tell you, best structured team in the world. Best structured team in the world.
Not offensively, Mo.
Not in the last phase. Yes, the last pass. Yes.
I wouldn't even say in the last phase, Mo.
But I think that's by design at the moment, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying.
If you look at like the Atletico Madrid game, for example, we were actually pretty decent attackingly, and we have shown it as well. Like if you look at our second goal that was scored today, that was a very well put together goal. When you look at the Martinelli goal, for example, like against Atletico Madrid, when you look at the Newcastle goal as well, like there are times where we can do these sort of things. But when it comes to, I think what Arteta's doing is he's realizing from his past mistakes, if we go and blitz the league now and play at full intensity, full kind of like strength, it's going to cost us, because we did that in the first season that we competed. We went full out, got a record for us anyway, 50 points in the first half of the season, and then we had a major drop off because you can't keep that sort of consistency and intensity going. And then obviously in the second season that we competed, we kind of went with this more reserved kind of defensive kind of football, and obviously that got us closer to the league title. And then last season we were just injury riddled, whether people want to use that as an excuse or not, but we just had a drop off. And I think now we're just putting all of it together, and Arteta's like, look, we don't need to go 110% right now. That's what we'll do in the business end of the season, and try and go for it and start playing this beautiful football, because we've seen it in the past as well. After sort of January is when he starts to open up and let go of the handbrake. So I think that's just by design, really.
Maybe it's by design. Go ahead.
It is a bit crazy, though. You look at the games that they played this season, the only games that they actually did drop points were the only time they didn't score from a set piece, which to me, looking at it from an outside point of view, is a bit worrying, because I think City and Liverpool spring to mind, the two teams who dropped points.
No, we scored a set piece again. Oh no, actually no, we didn't. It was the Martinelli, wasn't it? Yeah.
Martinelli was the one, the chip over Donnarumma, and I felt as though the set pieces that you tried to do against us, you tried your best, but you just came against
the game plan against you was just bad. I think we respected you far too much, as if you were the Liverpool of last season. But you man were just donkeys, and we should have just gone for it.
I don't know about that. I think you did try to exploit certain areas of the pitch, but it just didn't work out because some of the players.
And the game plan was wrong. Like Moreno, Rice, and Zubimendi should not be playing a game like that. We should have played Eze or Ethan or someone of that nature. We should have gone for it a bit more. That's just the reality of the matter.
Yeah, maybe, but I still think the defensive performance of us was a lot.
So your point is Arsenal are not sustainable. Are we going back to this?
If you want to go back to it, I'm happy to go back to it.
Go back to Arsenal not being
I mean, we made
again?
you turn the TV off because you knew that's how inevitable we are.
Look, I'm happy.
That's how sustainable it is that you know that the game is over.
No, but this is
you know the game.
You're telling me you see Declan Rice putting the ball down on the corner and you're not like, yeah, this is going in, isn't it?
No.
Even we feel it. Even when Declan Rice took that corner, I was like, yeah, this is a goal.
I'd be very surprised if Arsenal not continue with this form for the rest of the season.
No, I don't.
I'd be very surprised.
I think people take.
I actually start thinking that Arsenal will actually win the league like in March or something like this.
Okay, that's very nice, Mo. That's very nice. I thank you.
That would be nice. Then we can focus on the
I know what, because I don't think you're beating City at the Etihad. I'm not, bro. I'm gonna tell you, if City, I'm gonna give you a scenario that is very plausible, right? City don't win tomorrow, and the game ends in a draw between you. Now Arsenal are like 9 points ahead or something like that. You're gonna tell me that you're gonna have that, like it's a very possible scenario, right?
Yeah.
Chelsea are already 8 points behind them. Who's gonna challenge them?
But it depends on
That's the problem.
Joey actually said that. They have to drop points to let somebody in. But it wouldn't help as well if the other teams are not actually racking up the points.
That's the issue, because the only way you can beat this, the only way you can catch up with this Arsenal team is by putting some element of pressure on them.
Consistency. Someone has to be
game.
consistent.
Someone needs to.
No one is consistent, Mike.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
And here's the thing: is I don't necessarily believe that this is sustainable, but I don't think it matters. Like that's the thing is like I don't necessarily believe that this whole set piece thing is necessarily sustainable, but I don't think it may matter because I don't think that there's anybody else that can be even nearly as consistent as him.
I actually think if Arsenal don't score from a set piece, you'll fucking find another way to score.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
I don't think so. No, I honestly
why you don't give me one like objective answer why you don't think that they would score, like why they have all the position, they bank in the opposition's half. They actually have the most touches in the penalty area of the opposition. So if they're not getting cornered, that means these balls are going on target.
But that also means that defenders also block their shots. They do defensive interventions.
How long can you keep that up? How long?
You never know, bro. You never know. Like at some point, yeah. I personally don't think on open play, especially against a low block, that they're that great in creating their own chances. I think what their best asset, and I've always maintained this, is that their defensive transition in organization is elite, like the best in Europe. Like no one can even touch them in terms of their defensive transition and organization. But when it comes to creating from open play, that's my question mark, is whether they have the capability of doing it.
I'm sorry, but how do you win a corner? You have to create something to make a corner happen. You can't just go, give me a corner. That's not how it works.
Unless your suggestion they're looking for corners. Like they're hitting it against the opposition looking for corners.
No. But regardless, like even if that's what we're doing, you still have to get to that position to be able to then force a corner. Like regardless of how you.
Oh no! But how many times did we see? For example, today, how many times did we see Tottenham?
It's not like Ryan's it's not like Ryan's.
And how do people say Arsenal? How do we see Arsenal not expensive if Calafiori had arguably one of the most touches in the game in the opposition's penalty area? Like how is the left back getting that high on the pitch and people say that Arsenal are not?
So does touches in the penalty area equivalent to goals being scored, Mo?
Equivalent to
can,
being
though, because you're
expressive.
in that
Equivalent to be expressive.
Yeah.
It's
Equivalent to be
equivalent to be
attacking.
expressive, but doesn't
Likelihood
guarantee
is-
you goals though, does it?
No, nothing
Because you
guarantees.
can have
you goals.
multiple
It
touches in the
doesn't
box
guarantee
and still
goals,
lose
but
the
it
ball.
makes the probability higher.
From what I've
Exactly.
seen,
Nothing
from what
guarantees you
I've
goal.
seen,
But if you okay, hold on, Ram, let me explain. Nothing guarantees you goal. But if I push my fullbacks both high, Timber and Calafiori, it makes the probability higher. The probability will go lower if I ask my two fullbacks to stay back, deep, compact next to the center backs, and I don't have numbers in the opposition's box, right? That's just math. Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
more
right.
chances you have, the more shots you have, the likelihood is something's going in.
again,
Like
I said,
Kukurea, for example. Kukurea, last season, he stays back. Once Chelsea needed a goal or something, Kukurea crashes the 18, scores. That's high probability because he's adding a number in the 18. The crosses are happening. Kukurea, bang, goal.
He's also-
If
he's also
Kukurea
attacking.
doesn't go up, that cross goes to nobody.
He's also
Yeah,
has
so
possession
look-
of the
look at-
goal
look
record as
today.
well,
Look at the second.
Mo.
Look at the second goal today, Ram. Right, Gyökeres gets the ball. Gyökeres plays it up to obviously Trossard gets it. Rice then crashes the box. Trossard crosses it in. Rice scores. That's an open play goal, and that's what we can also do. So this is what I'm saying. There is different ways of doing it, but it's just about what we need to do.
There is. But again, the issue is for me. If you look at the multiple times that you've taken the lead against a team that's been on a lower block, it's through set pieces. Yeah, I'm not taking it away. But my main question is if that dries up, if a team is resolute and prevents and finds a way to stop you from scoring set pieces, and you haven't shown, especially in difficult moments when you're not winning the game, that you need to get a goal against a low block, are you capable of doing it?
Okay, but let me ask you a question, right? So you just said in the beginning, what was it, 17 or 18 games and we scored 8 set pieces, right? And we've got something like that, right? So at what point does the
you played 18 goals, yes? Huh?
Yeah, and it was 8 set pieces, right? So at what point do we now sit there and go, well, actually, it is sustainable? Like, what's the parameters for sustain? Because at the moment, if you look at it over 3 seasons, we have been by far, like, not even like, oh, there's a second close. No, we have been by far scoring set pieces beyond second place. So at what point does that then not become? Because it's similar to us.
And why are people assuming that the set pieces routines that they are not the same? Some of them are far post, some of them are in the penalty area, some of them are near post. By the way, Chelsea score a lot of set pieces as well.
I'm just saying.
Why are we saying
there is a correlation between them? There's a correlation between them not scoring any set pieces and them failing to win matches. There is a direct correlation.
It's a very good conversation. I love this conversation. Joey can get us. What makes you assume that the set pieces will dry out first before we go on to what they will do when they dry out?
Any form of routine, like any form of tactic, a team will find a way to figure it out. But that's how football has been for the last.
Do you think it's sustainable to have one player scoring most of your goals, creating more of your assists, and actually having all the chances created for you? Is that sustainable?
No.
Logically speaking, if there is a team that has one player that is scoring all the goals, creating all the chances, and actually having all the assists, is that sustainable?
On a season-by-season basis, no.
Exactly. But you did it last season.
That's why I said by a season-by-season basis. You can't do it season-by-season where one person has about 80%
I think the easy answer to this, Mo, I think the easy answer to this, realistically, is just we've seen them not be sustainable with it. Like, I think that's just the easy answer to this. It's like
you have seen Arsenal not being sustainable with set pieces. That's what you want to say.
Correct. So, like 2 years ago, I feel like 2 years ago when I saw this happen 2 years ago, and once again, I like to use this example specifically, is 2 years ago, I felt like early in the season, they were very good at set pieces, and it started to dry up as the season progressed. Like, that's just... And then you had a team that was extremely consistent, that was capable of catching them in the end. Like this season, though, I just feel like there isn't that team, right? So
but two seasons ago, there was other reasons why we weren't the team.
I agree, and I disagree at the same time. Like I think that the players that you have are a reason why you're capable of scoring those set pieces. Like I think having Gabriel and Saliba on the pitch at the same time is a big reason why that you are capable of doing what you are doing. So like
Calafiori, Rice delivery, like
yeah, no, well, I'm saying the same thing. Is like I just don't think that the rest of the season is going to be the same. That's all I'm saying. Is I just don't think that you're going to be able to score them every.
Yeah, but if you look at it, the reason why I asked the question initially is over the past 3 seasons we've been showing it. Like I'm not saying that's the only way we're going to do it. And I'm not saying that this is the only thing that we should be like. But what I'm saying is, at what point does saying set pieces can be a sustainable way of Arsenal breaking the deadlock?
You win the title with them. That's really what it is, because that's really what it's going to take for you guys to gain any full credibility.
Oh no, 100%, I agree with that. But there's obviously we're more logical than that. We're not,
right. But I'm just telling you,
go off evidence
to get rid of the narrative, right?
I'm not bothered by the narrative. I'm just asking, like, from you guys. Like, I know there's always going to be narratives, and that's just what brain rot Twitter has done. But I'm talking like from a logical standpoint. Like, forget about like, but there's got to be a parameter for sustainability. Like, I understand what you're saying, like winning a league, but that doesn't then mean, like, for example, if Caicedo doesn't win the league, doesn't make him an unsustainable player now, or not one of the best.
No, but again, you're using
but it doesn't make it like
it's such a different argument, though.
Yeah, that's such a false.
Not necessarily, no, because like just sustainability.
That's what it is. Exactly. It's a false equivalency at that point. Like you're not comparing the same thing. I'm saying I hear where your question is though. Your question is like, at what point do we just acknowledge that this is something that we can do, and this is going to be something that we can do, like that, and it's some, and I think that
I actually think, Joey, I think the funnier part of this conversation is not that Arsenal might not be sustainable of set pieces. Is people assuming that when the set piece is dry, this Arsenal team cannot score goals to win games 1-0, 1 goal a game. I think that is the funnier conversation than this. Even if it dries up, you guys don't think that Arsenal is a solid defensive that they can create some chances.
That's where the mentality
to win 1-0.
That's when the mentality comes into play. When you start,
why are you doubting the mentality?
No, but when you start to get frustrated, when things aren't going your way within a game, and when you for instance, every single corner set piece routine that you're doing, the other team is just headering every single first ball that you get, the frustration will kick in. That's when you need that mentality to show whether you're able to do it. And then if that doesn't kick in, then mistakes will happen. They'll be susceptible on the counter attack.
Mo, why do you think? Let me ask you this, Mo. Why do you think it would be 1-0 and not a 0-0? Because we've seen Arsenal be a draw city for a couple of years.
I can answer this very easy.
We've seen teams defend out the big teams on hundreds of occasions.
I can answer this very easy. Sure. Number one, because I think that Arsenal have the quality to actually get that goal in every game. The fact that they're not getting it now is because they are scoring the set piece, because they're doing the minimum now. They're starting slow. They are very in control. The team are in control of most of the 90 minutes. Arsenal are in control of the situational problems that actually they face. I actually think if they don't score the set piece, they will try, similar to Martinelli against City. When set pieces didn't work, Martinelli scored from an open play. They did it. I think they were playing the Champions League and Arsenal scored that as well.
You said yourself that was a goalkeeping error from Donnarumma that allowed that.
Yeah, but the chance was created.
And the chance was created.
Defensive errors also, defense can make an error in positioning, but that's why you have to use, every goal is a defensive error at some point, most of the goals, but you still have to create the chance. Defenses are not in the right place for 90 minutes, Ram, but it's the opposite. It's the opposition, the forward line have to actually make use of that. For example, if someone is not holding the line, the forward still have to make the right run off the shoulder, right? And the ball has to be played in the right weight, right? The defense make mistakes. Sometimes you don't capitalize. Today, for example, Xavi Simons made the wrong pass. If Caicedo's not there to capitalize on that mistake, the goal doesn't happen.
Right.
So even though it's a mistake, but the forward line has to work on it. If Caicedo is selfish, he would shoot. But he saw Joao Pedro and he passed the ball. Why? He used the mistake to his advantage and now they scored the goal. So you're assuming that the defenses against Arsenal are not going to make any mistakes. That doesn't happen in football. Normally, it doesn't. That
It
doesn't
doesn't
happen.
happen in football, no.
It's very hard to tell me that every team that is gonna play against Arsenal low block, they're gonna actually defend all the corners well, and they're not gonna give Arsenal a sniff. Well, that means, to be honest, that the league is the strongest
And do you
defensively.
know
in the
what?
history
Do you know
of the
what
sport.
caveat? Do you know what caveats that Mo? Hitting them on the counter attack. Because the one thing that they struggled
Well,
last
now
season.
you are facing the best. You just said that Arsenal
No,
are
but
the
Mo-
best team in transition defensively in the world. So they are putting them. They have the platform to actually get that 1-2 chances to win 1-0. Can they do it? Remember, Odegaard is not there, right? Last season, the reason for the draws is that they didn't create also. They had no striker. Eucharist is there, right, to capitalize, right? Unless you think he's shit, Eucharist is there to capitalize. They have players like Declan Rice, who, if they get in the goal-scoring form, he's very good. We've seen it 2 seasons ago when he scored goals, right? Like McAllister, break the deadlock from a 30-yard goal, like he did it last season a couple of times, right? Declan Rice is capable of this. So why are we taking away all the other attributes of Arsenal? We don't do it for Chelsea because Caicedo can score. Enzo Fernandez can crash the box and score. Estivao can do some wonder goals. Every team, these top teams have the capability to actually do things outside of set pieces if they don't work. That's the real. Zubamendi can shoot.
But we haven't seen it though. That's
I
the
hear
thing.
you. I hear you, Mo. I just don't think it actually matters for Arsenal this year. I don't think any of this matters.
You think the league is weak? Joey is adamant the league is weak, or nobody's
exactly. That's exactly my point. Is like I just don't believe that there's a team that can even get close to their consistency, even if they start to go in a run of draws. But City's defense is not consistent enough, bro.
Yeah, City. Pep Guardiola is changing the way he plays to actually be solid defensively. They have been solid. They have been solid. Think about City. As long as they feed Haaland, they will stay a little bit close. But I don't trust him to even win against Bournemouth tomorrow.
Me either. Me either.
Bournemouth are too good. To be honest with you, I'm going to say that, which is, I know that a lot of people hate to say this. The team, Joey, you said it, but you didn't say it directly. The team that you trust the most to win the league now is Arsenal.
Yeah, 100%.
One way or the other, it is Arsenal. Everyone thinks that, but some people are afraid to say that. If you're watching 10 games in this league, Arsenal, number one, they're not frantic like Spurs were under Ange in the first 10 games. They weren't like fifth gear from minute 1 to minute 90, right? They're very controlled. They're very disciplined. Arsenal, they're very in control. They're very structured. The team that is most consistent is Arsenal. Even when they won against Liverpool, they won with a set piece. Right? They lost with a brilliant free kick. Yeah, Liverpool were marginally better in the second half, but Arsenal still went to the Anfield.
Ball in the back of the net before we saw the set piece. We did pull the ball in the back of the net before we saw the
But
set
in the
piece.
first half, Arsenal did something that I don't think anybody did it to Liverpool at Anfield before.
Which is what?
Right before that, I'm not talking. Which is in the first half, you had no touches in their area. They had 28.
Would you say
Nobody
that's?
does
Would
this
you
at
say that's?
Anfield.
No, because I remember watching that game.
You don't know
Would you
that,
say-
Joey?
No, but would you?
No, I'm looking at something else. I'm sorry.
No, would you
Go ahead.
say that? Because there were so many different opportunities where our attack was breaking down, not because of Arsenal, but because of our own stupidity. The fact that Mohamed Salah couldn't control a simple ball. The fact that whenever we had a counter attack, we played the wrong man in instead of the open man that was available. Like, I wouldn't say that's down to Arsenal outplaying us. It would be down to the fact that we overall, when it came to the first half, our attacking play was downright poor.
Maybe that, but the facts are Arsenal were better than Liverpool at Anfield in a half, and Liverpool were better in the second half, and Liverpool scored a set piece. Simple as that, right? You got 3 points by set piece.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to the English set piece league, bro. Did you see?
Scored by a Hungarian.
No.
Scored by a
I have to
Hungarian.
say this.
A
Did you
free
see
kick
Thomas
that might
Frank-
not happen
Did you
again.
see Thomas Frank today
No,
tell
I've
Vicario?
seen
Did you see
Szoboszlai
Thomas
score
Frank
free
tell
kicks like that.
Vicario to fall on the ground so they could draw up a set piece for him? It was an NBA timeout. He took an NBA timeout. He called timeout. He said Vicario fell to the ground so they could draw up a little freaking set piece. That's what this whole league is turned into, bro. And Arsenal are the best at it. That's why I think they end up.
Did you see
winning.
Crystal Palace throw in today?
No, I didn't.
He took 1 minute. He took 1 minute to take the throw in.
See, Mo, the new rule that needs to be implemented, in my opinion, you know how the goalkeepers have like, I think it's like 8 or 12 seconds.
8 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do that for throw-ins. Throw-ins need to be 8 seconds or 12 seconds long. If you can't get your throw-in in 12 seconds,
Bro,
you're just wasting
I think
time.
there are way more stuff that needs to be changed before. Players holding their faces when they don't hit, they need to get yellow cards. Like small fouls need to be looked at before the throwing. Bro,
but that means you're using VAR for everything.
McAllister today, even though Onana put his hand on
even
it,
today,
McAllister rolled on the ground today as like
Oh,
someone
come on,
shot
man.
him, bro.
Do you know
corner
why
for
he did that?
Manchester
Though?
United today. That
My man
wasn't
had two
corner
hands on
when
his
they
throat,
scored
bro.
on
He
it.
wanted him sent off. Yeah, that's the only way to
Yes,
get the
okay,
referee's
they need to look
attention,
at
bro.
this. If you aren't gonna send them off, gotta be.
Then,
Bro,
man,
I've seen players roll on the ground.
And then Anana decides to do. I swear to God, Anana decided to morph into prime edge rated R superstar and decided to DDT McAllister on the floor like it was WWE. I swear to God, it was the most craziest thing I've ever seen. I didn't know that if you had 2 hands on someone's neck, that's not a red card.
Guys,
I don't know.
you can't tell me it's not sustainable if Arsenal have conceded 1 shot on target in 4 games.
That's cool.
Guys, one of them, and that shot on target was it in the Nketiah header?
Nketiah's weird header, yeah, that Raya had in his hand anyway.
Nketiah not header that he had it. Let me do these super chats, guys, just before we actually end. Arsenal's second goal was a set piece, long throw. Come on, you Gunners. People are taking the piss now. The rest of the league.
Yeah.
AMT said, just because it's Burnley is what?
I think
It's
it's
Burnley
is
is
disingenuous.
isn't they played better than Spurs, right?
Ingenuous.
Indigenous. Ah,
because that Burnley.
How does that word fit there? I don't get how that word fits there.
No, because Burnley's maybe because Burnley's like the what's it called, the prime set piece team, innit?
Anyway, Burnley looked more better than Spurs.
under
I
Dyche.
just have to say that.
Under Dyche.
Spurs are absolute horrific, bro. It's horrific today. Guys, I just gotta let
They
you
miss
know, Chelsea are 16th on the home table and Spurs are 17th.
But I'm telling you, man, Tottenham missed Kulusevski. They missed him badly. They need him back ASAP.
Xavi Simons need to be benched. Bergvall is better than him. Odegaard is better than
him.
him.
He was benched.
You don't understand how this guy today was
Bergvall was injured.
What are you doing?
Remember?
Mo, Bergvall was injured.
Yeah, my Bergvall got a concussion. Got concussed.
Mm.
LFC fan is so biased and scared that he is illogical. I guarantee you something. Rami is one of the most logical fans out there.
Yeah,
I don't think he's scared. I think he conceded that they're gonna lose the league. That's what I think.
I think it's just annoying.
Unless you have another opinion that you're still in the title race.
Yeah,
They've got to be, man. You have to
we get Jurgen Klopp in January, then we get Nico Schlotterbeck, and then we get Mark Gahey, and then we get another striker. Then we'll be back. That's never gonna happen.
Yalla, another 500 million, just like Chelsea. Yalla.
Yeah. So you need Salah to go.
For us, big up for us. Still have to consider that we have scored 28 and conceded 3 goals in 15 games in total this season. Just because we won't score a set piece, we're still playing in the opposition penalty box. More chances that we might score. 100% high probability that Arsenal will score goals for us. You're spot on. Spot on. It's like people act like Arsenal defend the majority of the game and get a corner and then they score it.
The one criticism we have, Mo, and even you have attested to it, is in the final, in certain parts of the middle phase and the final phase of their attacking play is a bit suspect.
You don't take a lot of risks. Yes.
I wish I had center backs that won their aerial duels like Arsenal did. That's all I can say. I wish I had center backs that won their aerial duels like Arsenal. That's all.
Question for the panel. How many losses do you think the winner of the league would have? Big up Uncle Souls, but hold that on doubting Eucharist. I think it's going to be 4 losses.
I would like Arsenal fans to just take a second and relax on the whole Gyökeres thing, though.
Like, bro, like look at the teams he scored against, bro. At least like allow him to keep playing and keep scoring
Are you
goals.
calling him a fat track? Are you calling
Come
him a
man.
fat
Let's
track
not
bully,
do
Joey?
this so early, bro. Like
Joey,
he
I
hasn't
need-
been that good. He has scored a couple goals. Good for him. Just let him play.
Joey, I need you to attest to this statement. I need you to attest to this statement, Joey.
Yes, he is a
Are you
flat track
calling
bully,
him
and that's what
a
we need.
flat track bully?
I mean, bro, like call him what you want to call him, bro.
But anybody, I watched the game today, and I kept saying, I don't think that I like Eucharist, right? As a style of play, I like Ekitike more.
I like
But
it.
if anyone will tell me that he didn't watch Eucharist today improve his first touch, his passing, his dribbling, his carrying, they're disingenuous.
No,
I think so.
No,
I think so.
No one's saying that, but I mean, I start Joao Pedro over him. I start Ekitike over him. I start Caicedo over him.
Joao Pedro.
No,
You would start
Pedro.
Joao Pedro up top as a striker over Eucharist?
Yes.
That's stupid.
Nope.
I think that is ridiculous.
Nope.
That's just,
I got Mo Salah in my team. Why would I?
I think that is ridiculous. Genuinely.
No.
Guys, before I do the next
even start
guys,
Caicedo
guys, we need about 300 likes live. We're only on 118. We still have over 600 people in the house. So please hit that like button, people. 180 likes is not enough. It doesn't push the video enough. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, guys, and all that. Check out. Get out of here. Check out OK Jersey, guys, right here. Check out OK Jersey and use the code JUDGE. Actually, it's very affordable. Go check them out. You're not going to lose anything, guys. If you go check out okjersey.com, it will help my channel. I don't get a commission, but it will help my channel as well. But use the code JUDGE as well, guys. It gives you 8% discount. Very affordable ones. They actually ship everywhere, actually.
Mo, the Arsenal
2
fans
years
in the chat are getting pissed because I said Chiesa. I say
There are a lot of people, like Staffy thinks that Eucharist is an ass and he thinks Cisco's better, for example.
Damn, he called him an ass. He called him an ass.
Sesko's
Like,
not
he's
much.
like,
Sesko's
he's
not that good.
He's
either,
not a
bro.
good.
Sesko's not that good. either.
I watched Cisco
He's
today.
not that.
Since couple of passes and couple of touches are like, yeah, I can see why people called you clunky. Like you're not like great with
He
your
is
feet.
clunky.
I told people I
You're
watched him in
old.
Bundesliga.
You win all the duels and all the headers, but bro, with his feet, he lacks basic football abilities, like the weight of the pass is just not there. Like how much force
He's
you put behind the
heavy-footed,
pass.
very
for a teammate.
heavy-footed, Mo. Very. heavy.
Yeah, I'm like, this
There was
is
a ball.
ridiculous.
There was a ball in the Manchester United game, and Bummo puts a beautiful ball in.
Yeah, but that touch was not as bad. It's not as bad, but it slid. But it's not.
You know exactly which one I'm talking about too.
It was amazing,
It was a
amazing,
beautiful
amazing
ball. It was
Yeah.
a beautiful
left
ball.
foot
The ball just
curve
hits
inside the
Hits
18.
Sesko's foot, and it just bounces into the goal.
Can I tell you something? Not every striker will control that. Only the elite ones, a Lewandowski or a Harry Kane, or I don't think anybody will be able to control that. 2 years
I
ago,
don't
we
know.
lost one game after January.
Well done.
Yeah. We'll see if that second half of the season. I agree that we won't
We also
score
drew
off
a
of
lot
set
of games
pieces
in
and
that
free
second half.
play. They drew one. They actually lost one and drew one. I agree that we won't score off a set piece and free play in some games, but the chances of our direct rival dropping points is higher. This is Arsenal title, and the rest are playing for second place. Big up, my man. Wow, the confidence is growing in the Arsenal fan base.
Hey, some people say they have the best squad in Europe.
Bro, Mo, if they collapse this time,
Oh,
if they
bro.
collapse this time, bro.
Number one, you won't see the majority of the people that you see online. They will disappear.
No, we will drag them out of their caves. We will drag them out.
Hey, listen, guys, it's one game at a time. One game at a time.
No, but Mo, some of the stuff they're saying, like best
Arsenal
squad in
fans,
Europe.
leopard in the tree. Liverpool were top of the table, and they will keep saying they're leopard in the tree. Remember, Arsenal fans, Liverpool spent 500 million on top of a title-winning team with a better manager than Arteta. Arne Slot, la. That's what happened. So remember, leopard in the tree, Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
Everyone
leopard
says
in the
that.
tree.
If they can, if Hosam
Also
can
say
play
they
when
have
they
the
were
best
7
squad in
points
Europe.
ahead,
They said that they have the best squad in Europe, better than Barcelona, better than Bayern Munich, better than everybody
do,
else.
though.
You don't have a
do.
better
I
squad
don't know
than
why
Bayern Munich. Do
Arsenal
not
fans are
say that.
attacking me. I
Do
think
not
you
say
guys are
that. You
entitled
think
to-
Bayern Munich really
Like,
care about Christian
But if
Norgard?
you collapse
They
this,
don't care about him.
Yes,
they
they
don't
do.
care about him.
They care about Kai Havertz, though, don't they?
No.
They tried
no,
getting him.
No,
They tried rivaling for it.
No.
Yes.
No. They
Yes.
got Jamal.
Without a
Jamal,
shadow of
bro.
a doubt,
Yeah.
I think Arsenal have the better squad.
No, they don't, bro.
Yes, we do.
I think they do.
Yes, we do.
I don't.
Yes, we do.
You don't have a better squad than
Yes,
PSG
we
and
do.
Bayern Munich. Even Real Madrid have a better squad than you.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Do they want another hammering? Because we'll give it them.
Bro, they do, man.
Do they want another battering?
Oh,
Close the lid in it.
I mean, there's no Carlo, bro. It's Xabi Alonso, the better
Doesn't matter.
better
We'll
Spanish
pump him
manager,
even more.
the better one. Yeah,
Yeah,
The
yeah,
bet-
sure.
There's
I
a better
guess
footballer, a
I guess
better
we'll see.
manager.
I guess we'll see on Tuesday when they come to the Anfield. I guess we'll
Yeah.
see on Tuesday.
And I see what
Arsenal-
Nah, let you go.
Arsenal in control in every game. Liverpool is over. Well, we'll see.
No, one game I got. Guys, calma.
Look,
One game.
Look, the Arsenal fans in the chat are so pissed.
That's the
Dude,
right
you
mentality.
don't understand, Mo. They're
That's the
so
right
pissed. They're so pissed off about that Chiesa comment. I can go one further.
Same
further.
as when you Liverpool were so pissed when everyone said that Salah is bailing you out every game. Why were you guys
I
pissed?
wasn't pissed about that. I wasn't pissed about
You guys
that.
were so pissed about it. You wanted to prove that McAllister is the best midfielder in the league.
I wasn't
That
pissed about
Konate is
that,
better
though.
than
I
Saliba.
wasn't pissed there.
All of you guys were saying Konate is better than Saliba.
Oh.
Everyone
Hey,
was saying
did I
McAllister is
say
better
that?
than
Did I
Rice
say
and
that? Did
Caicedo.
I say that?
Not you.
Mo, no,
But you're
Mo.
talking to
No,
Arsenal
Mo.
fans,
No.
right?
No, because I can see the.
I'm almost
I can,
done. I'm almost done.
Habibi, I can see all the comments right here. They're saying the exact same thing. And do you know what? I can go one further. All you gooners in the chat, yeah. At least Chiesa has done more in football than Victor Gyökeres has done in his whole career, bro. I'll give you that. Name me a time when Gyökeres was
That
at
has
the tournament in
nothing. That has
Euros.
nothing to do with the
No. Name me a time where Chiesa.
But why is Gyökeres a cold hero?
Huh?
Why am I going to defend him for my life? Why? I don't care.
No,
Like-
because all these Arsenal fans are crying that I said I'd rather have Chiesa over Gyökeres. And I'm telling all these Arsenal fans, what has Gyökeres done in his career that has superseded what Chiesa has done in his own career? And by the way, Gyökeres is older than Chiesa.
I know what Gyökeres did. He won the striker of the year in the PF in the whatever Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but he didn't
Euro,
make
Euro,
goals,
bro,
bro.
I'm not his
Euro-
biggest fan. I'm not
Euro
I'm not Gyökeres'
2021. Do you
biggest
want me
fan.
to go back to Euro 2021?
I'm not
I'm
Gyökeres' biggest fan.
more than happy to, Mo.
Last one. If we are doing banter, Gyökeres still has same goals as Ekitike and Isak combined this season, and Gyökeres is bad. Just saying.
How many is
By
that
the
You
way-
don't
in the
think
league?
there's? Let me ask the Arsenal fans. Souls, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think there's any chance Kai Havertz comes in and takes his
100%. 100%. I can't wait for you
Brother,
Havertz to come.
this is a Kai Havertz stand, man.
Oh,
What?
I didn't know that.
Bro,
I
this
didn't
is a
know
Kai
that.
Havertz stand. That's
I didn't
nuts,
know
man.
that. I didn't know that.
No, but regardless, he's
You
of
don't
course
understand,
he's gonna
Joey. For 2 years, Souls is number one Havertz defender on the internet. You don't understand Twitter,
bro.
YouTube, Twitch.
I'm
Everywhere,
sorry.
bro.
That was a
Instagram.
question.
Lala,
I
that
didn't
was the
realize
last
who I was
question
asking
you
the
asked.
question to. I didn't
He does
realize.
the last
You
person
know?
to ask the question.
You know,
man.
when everyone
Look at how
turned,
his-
this man
his face
never
lit up,
turned.
like his
This
face lit
man
up like a
never
light
turned.
bulb, like, it was
When
a-
Igal turned on Havertz, this man was telling Igal, shame on you to turn on Kai Havertz.
Legit, man. I've never seen someone stand a player in my life than Souls.
No,
has
but
for
you know
Kai
what it is?
Havertz.
I just don't think. Look, I'm not saying
Me
he's the
and Cucurella.
best or anything of
Me
that
and
nature,
Cucurella.
right?
Nah,
But, like,
I'd argue
what,
that's
you don't
worse.
like
Cucurella?
He's worse.
Oh, I
He's
love
worse.
Cucurella.
I
I'm a
think
big-
the
biggest
way that
Cucurella
people
fan.
analyze Havertz is just disingenuous, in my opinion. Yes, I understand. Yes, he has his flaws, but Havertz I actually think he's a brilliant footballer. Genuinely.
Yalla, close the stream. Khalas.
Khalas.
Yalla, that's the last thing I need.
Khalas.
What did he say? Did he say brilliant footballer?
Yeah, he said brilliant.
Brilliant.
Khalas.
La ilaha
He's a
illallah,
brilliant
Muhammadur
footballer.
Rasulullah.
Watch when he comes back, the league's done. Like, the league's over. You think, like,
It's done.
yeah, man, when Havertz
Okay,
is back,
Last one. This Ram guy loves comparing individuals, but forget it's a structure that makes a team great. Arsenal players don't have many. Arsenal players don't have many great players. I don't know what you're saying, TK.
Man.
You're saying,
Man,
what? Can someone read that and
So
just let me
basically
know?
saying that they don't have many great players, but the structure of the team is why they're so good. Fair.
100% because
Fair enough.
Arteta's a great coach, and I would take Arteta at Inter.
Again, there's a
There's
reason why I rate your defense.
Had to throw
I
that in
think your
there,
centre
didn't you?
backs are great. I think, even you can
There's
even
a
ask
reason for
Souls,
that.
how
There
much,
is a reason for that, Joey. There is a reason for that.
why.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
No. You can answer it now.
On the deck or shoot. Like,
I think Arteta's a very good coach.
Would you rather have him or Xabi Alonso?
I'm gonna tell you honestly, I didn't watch a lot of Leverkusen, right? Like I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga, so I don't know. When I'm watching Real Madrid now in some games, I think that he's a very good coach tactically, structurally, he's very good, right? When I watched Xabi Alonso in the Champions League last season, he wasn't amazing in terms of like the structure, but I can't compare the Arsenal team to the Bayern Leverkusen team. I am judging based on what I watch, right? I would take him. I'm gonna tell you something. It's going to sound crazy to you guys. I would take Arteta over a lot of coaches that actually won trophies. Right? Why? Because I believe in the structure of the team in the long term. Not processes, like a way of playing football. For example, Hansi Flick, I believe that's grenade football. When I mean grenade is not long ball. That is very risky football. Let's hold on. That is a very risky football that would work with set amount of players that will absolutely outscore the opponent all the time. Like, for example, when he played Inter, at 3-2, he still pushed all his players forward and played the high line. I think that's stupid. That is nuts. I don't think any coach should do that. There's 2 minutes left in the game. Defend the lead and go to the final. Don't be stupid. But he was stupid, right? And that cost him probably a Champions League final that he could have won, right? He could have won that against PSG. But that stupidity cost him. He won the league because Real Madrid were fucking dead, guys. Real Madrid threw away. Real Madrid threw away 7-point lead in the last 10 games last season because Ancelotti gave up. He already got the Brazil job. Vinny Jr. turned. He needed a new contract. Mbappe was trying to outscore everyone on his own. The team was out. Hansi Flick is a good coach, but I don't think he's as good as people think. No good coach put the line on the halfway line. No good coach does this.
He didn't do it with Bayern.
But he does it for Barcelona now. He
That's
was more composed.
No, but maybe because of the players that he has, he
For
thinks he can.
Bayern Munich, he was more.
Barcelona
For Bayern Munich, he looked
Exactly
very
why.
good, structured, very good, right?
But do you think
And
it's
he
because
has
of the players
leaders
that
on
they
the
have?
pitch.
Because at the time when they
He
were
has-
managing Bayern
He
Munich,
has players. Kobarsi
but
is not a bad defender.
No, but you're
Kobarsi is not a
not
bad.
getting what I mean. You're not getting what I mean. When he was at Bayern Munich, he had David Alaba at centre back. He had, I think, at times Boateng played at centre back, and Alphonso Davies, and I believe Pavard as the right back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Sometimes Kimmich-
And also
but-
he had Kimmich. He had the leader and the general Kimmich as defensive
But
midfielder.
compare that to the
Fine.
likes of compare it to Kunde, Kubarsi. Sometimes if it's
Kunde is
Araujo
good.
playing,
Kobarsi's ass is not bad as a defender, but he's not amazing. He's not amazing as a defender. He's good on the ball.
Araujo and Alejandro Balde, if he's fit,
Araujo is a
those
bozo.
players are
Araujo-
very physically, they're a lot more faster and a lot more. They're a lot more
Wallahi,
faster
Ram, I'm telling you
compared to what
something.
they have. What they had
Inter. At Inter, we could have scored 10 goals past them. Every time we played behind the defense, we had one-on-one every time. Bro.
Again, no. At the same time, you could argue.
They play a high line that is worse than Ange.
No, because I saw the replay of a couple minutes before you scored your equalizer, and it was Lewandowski telling Lamine Yamal to go to the corner, because, and then I think Yamal didn't listen.
Lamine
to
Yamal
him.
dribbled and he missed a one-on-one.
Yeah.
And he missed a one-on-one.
Exactly. It would be a little bit different if would you argue, hypothetically, if Yamal listened to what Lewandowski said and went to the corner, that it would have been a whole different game.
That's but I think it's not only Lamine Yamal. I think it's not only him. Pedri had the ball, could have passed it around, chose to dribble past our players and go attack.
Oh, that's not a manager thing, though, Mo. That can't be.
That is a mentality of a manager.
No, but you can't say that when Lewandowski's telling you to go to the corner flag, because Lewandowski played with Flick for how many years?
I think that's experience. I think maybe the Yamal thing, but I think his high line, the way he attacks, I'm not a big fan.
I hear
like that
Mo's
brand of
point
football.
because I do watch Barca week in, week out, and it is very grenade, high risk football, and he gets called out for it a lot as well.
I think it's because of the players that he's got. That's why he's
يا
more
عم
than happy to do
Mbappe,
it.
if Mbappe has a brain, he could have had super hat-trick against Barcelona in the classic.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like for example, the issue is you're seeing Mbappe getting behind.
I gotta go,
getting
Joey. Me
behind.
too. My wife is
Yeah,
asking
and
for
then
the dinner.
and also, by the way, Flick is watching it at a bird's eye view because he's got a red card suspended for the game, and he's still telling them to play a high line. It's like, no, you're being exploited like several times in the first 20 minutes, and you're still doing the same thing. It's a madness.
Yeah, I think it's great. Last, just a couple of just as people said. Hakai is saying Max Doman is still better than Wirtz.
Yeah,
No,
like
he's
Rian
not.
Gomo is better than Dalman. How about that?
He's
at least
not.
my man scored
He's
in the
not.
Premier League.
He's not.
At least my man
Okay.
scored in the Premier League. What's Dalman done? Huh? Yeah.
There's
exactly.
a 2 years difference. Arsenal are on course to break the minimum goals scored, conceded record and score 100 plus points. Come on, you Gunners, let's get both in one season. You guys know that if Arsenal get 100 plus points and break the record of Chelsea, that is arguably the best team ever to play in the Premier League in one season.
No, I'm sorry, no.
Oh yeah, although we're gonna have another argument. Hey, I did.
لا خلاص يا جوي خلاص.
We'll do this
It's not
tomorrow.
like button people before you go.
How
I'll
would
see you
I
guys
like
tomorrow.
No
I'll
way.
see you guys tomorrow.
Halas.
And we're out of here, people.